Start. In this game, Olesia took white, Robin took black, and interesting start. White plays here, which makes it possible for black to go back to the very normal Joseki. On the other hand, black in the game chooses this move, which is probably a bit suboptimal, because usually if we have Sansan and white approaches close, then we also answer close, not far. We rather answer at D or maybe E. E is the most common move. In such case, the shape is a bit thin, but how to use this thinness? Should white play here? Not sure. There is also a possibility to play this one, and black needs to answer. One of you has no, you don't have microphone on. So maybe white can play this directly. What do you think? I am not sure. O4 is now better than P4. Sorry for Alvar. Okay. I think normal Joseki. This is also normal. This Olesia's move is maybe a bit suboptimal because, like, we can say that this is an approach to a Shimari and this is an approach to the corner. So probably the approach to the corner is a bit more important. Now black flattened white, and now maybe this move is also not the greatest because this is not much space. Black played this. This looks like the best move on the board because it takes care of the Shimari in a very active manner, and also it puts pressure on white. White plays this. Yes, it makes sense. Okay, now black adds a move. White approaches. Yes. So this is all played correctly. Black jumps, white jumps, black jumps, and now white plays this one. Big P3 is fine. P3 from other side. I would not play from the other side because this is very painful. Because if the stone is further, as it was in the game of Lique with cats, then black has a nice continuation at C. Maybe I need to show it. If the position is not like that, but like this, then to this move we have such a nice answer. And if white here, then black here. If white here, then black here. But in this scenario, it's very difficult for black to answer. If black plays here, white plays here. If black plays here, white plays here. And black's shape is not great. Maybe Q5 before. But this is a loss. And I think that white can now even just play elsewhere, and it's not necessarily, these are not necessarily good exchanges. I think that this is a good move, but probably this also is possible because now that I look at this fight, it's playable, right? It's playable. Maybe we can even play like this, but it might be too much. No, this might be too much. But then let's just play peacefully. Yeah, it looks possible. In the game, black chooses a different move. Thank you for the question, by the way. And I was very interested in learning that AI recommends such a move for black. It certainly puts pressure on white. Maybe white ants a move. I didn't see it before, but I don't know. Is it a general thing that when white plays not this one but that modern move, then we can go here? Because all Polish players play d6 as white. Aha, yes. But then if white wants to play d6, then maybe white should have played it before, because then maybe we play a bit further. But yeah, and by the way, AI also learns. I think that on AI Sensei, they always have the newest version of Katago, and Katago is training all the time. And you can see that there are some slight differences between what AI recommends, depending on its version. Black jumps. Yeah, this move, I am not completely sure of it. I think that maybe the other direction would make some sense. And then White's move is quite peaceful, but good, steady move. Also, good question if this is big enough. Not sure. Maybe yes, because White's move is a bit slow. Now, very interesting thing. White played this one and then played there. And I thought that this was a wrong order. I thought that if White plays here, then White shouldn't play these exchanges, because now Black is already strong there. And if we play here, on the other hand, then I'm not sure if Black would play any move like this. It doesn't seem super big. Still, Black might be later thin. And if Black answers, then later we can still over-concentrate Black here. On the other hand, if we start from this move, then this one is not center at all, and Black can certainly play elsewhere. But AI thinks a bit differently. AI thinks that, yeah, maybe this move is not best, but then also Black's connection is not best. And overall, this result is all right for White, that at the cost of Black, of maybe a bit over-concentrating Black, White got additional points. And what Black should do is play elsewhere now. Probably put pressure on this group because it's quite lonely after Black got this P3. And if White cuts, then Black can always go back and White goes here, but Black is not so scared because this group is fine, and that group will also manage. This is, by the way, a similar thing to what happened in the game against Tasuki and Cesare in the previous season. I remember reviewing it, and I remember such a Tsuji to this attachment and pull back. But here, Robin kindly answers. White continues, and now Black puts pressure. This is a very good move. And now, yeah, White cannot get much from this attachment because Black already has this stone. White plays the other attachment, and now Black has the Tesuji of Lev, the Lion's Tesuji, to go like this. This is a Tesuji which I learned from Łukasz Lew on the Polish Championship 2014 or 15. And it was very powerful when Łukasz played it against me. And I won that game by luck. But here it's quite powerful. There is still a cut. So White's shape is quite broken. Like maybe the cut is not that scary because we have a caw. But in general, we get a lot of points here, but P9 is wasted. I wouldn't really say so. It is a peep against White's shape. And White's shape is still thin. We can continue with this one. And White is still not alive. This is the point, that White is still under attack. And White will run, and we will just secure our points. On the other hand, if we play from the other side, then okay, also Black gets stronger, but White is already quite strong. Now White played this one, and this is the moment when we will see the first mistake in this game. First of all, I think that it's more often seen, if we have a move here, to play that one and not this one. I am not completely sure of this claim, like if C is any mistake, but I know that after B we can see continuations like maybe like this, maybe even add one more move. But this one is also fine, and it also gives White life in the corner. Black plays from the top. This is, of course, Black's privilege. White will not pull back because this would be too nice for Black. So White extends correctly. Black goes here, and now White creates a base. And now White made the mistake because White can live with the group in center like this. I mean, maybe Black plays elsewhere, but where are big moves? Here, maybe yes, but this one is also very big. And if black plays here, then maybe white continues, in fact. But anyway, white is already alive. White in the game plays this one, and then white lives in Gote. And this is a very bad news for white. By the way, we can also learn some slight things from AI. I think it's not really a human style to play a move like this, because now the group doesn't look completely alive. In fact, it is completely alive. The worst which might happen is probably this one, right? Like this, but this is alive. If anything bad, then it's like double cost, so it's 7 points. Like this, we have only 6 points. Also, we have a possibility of playing here. Probably people didn't really play this move because they thought that black can just block and then white anyway needs to go back. And then this is not a good exchange for white. So what does AI mean? AI wants to tenuki from here. And in fact, this group is also alive. Sorry for the confusion. If black plays like this, then it's Seki. If black plays like this, then it's alive. If this, then it's also alive. If black plays here, this is a smart move. White can play this one, and it's alive in double ko. So black's block is Gote, and this means that white will get this one. So it's in fact quite a difference, and we don't need to play this very proper move, which lives without any doubt, but is a bit worse 4 points. Okay, black plays this. Yeah, possible move. White jumps, black jumps. Okay, both players are now concerned about black's moyo. Maybe white can be a bit more active, but it's of course scary because we don't really threaten much. Even if we cut black, then black is rather safe on both sides. So maybe it's better to play a safe move like this. The problem for white is that after living so calmly on a small scale, the game became better for black. It should be resembled in the number of points, I believe. I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, plus a lot of potential. And white has 25, maybe 35, 40 plus Komi, but black has this potential. Okay, so white really needs to reduce the potential a lot. And in the game, black already managed just to get some points out of the potential. This is a big move, of course, to put pressure on white's group. Yeah, black gained a bit on this, and then puts pressure on the other group. But maybe it was better to destroy the base from here. If not, play something even more audacious like this one. This might be working. And like this, it would be good for black. But even like this, if white plays here, then white has less points than in the game. And if white jumps out, then this is what we are aiming at, because we are trying to make this group run towards the other group, and then we will get splitting stones, which will help us in the attack on the bottom group. In the game, black plays this one and also gets a stone, but it is a bit further from that other group, so it's not as powerful, what black did. Now an attack on this one. Yeah, this makes sense. And well, white's play is a little bit crude, and it would be good if we can live just by playing this move. I think that we should try to do so, because like there is a lot of space. I think we will live, but like this, we already invest quite much. Later, this move might be in fact quite a problem for white. I don't know. Is it possible to live? It might be possible. It might be possible to live. Okay, in the game there is some fight, but this is a bit much what white plays. White tries to threaten black's group, but black's group manages well. Maybe it's all right to leave it for later, but unfortunately the group is alive. There is nothing we can do against it. So okay. So I understand that Olesia continued, but then it all doesn't look so convincing. Maybe it was better to play there and then here, if it puts any threat on black. I'm afraid that it doesn't, because black might play this one. And this is an alive group. This should be also alive. No, it's co actually. So how should black play? This one? That's a bit scary for black. Maybe this push then. Maybe this push might be stronger. But this just lives, sorry. Sorry for the confusion. Is this a Tesuji? Ta-da-da-dam, this is a Tesuji. Okay, so in fact, black's group status is not so clear. So we can push, then play some moves, and later maybe we manage to kill it actually. This would be good for white, and this was too easy for black. White tried to capture at least a few stones, but it doesn't work. Black can just connect, and then all what white played doesn't make that much sense. Like white got a little bit on the outside, but I think it was not worth losing this stone. In the game, white starts a call, and now black missed one thing, that black can actually connect the call. If black has at least one thread, then it's already fine. I think that maybe even this one is a threat, right? White will answer. Okay, but actually white also has a threat. The thing is that if black has any big enough threat anywhere else on the board, then white cannot really fight this call, because any threat by white will be ignored, because then also white's group on the right side dies. So this was an option, but black didn't really need it. Black captured, white captured, and black has a lot of threats. So black is happy with all of this, and white was just forced to ignore that one. But then the game is already not possible for Olesia, unfortunately. So the group in the corner died. Yeah. Here white was a bit too impatient, but yeah, the game wasn't very good for white, and this move is quite scary. I think that black might manage to create a for life in the corner. So what should white do? Well, not lose center here. This matters a lot. I don't know. I think that's it about this game. This was a very calm game, and just black gained an advantage, and that's how the game ended. In one life and death problem behind, yeah. Yeah, and then just what can be said, that this was crude. That this play was crude. White should try to live without giving black too much. But I think that Olesia is sometimes scared to just leave her group without really certain life, without sure life. And in such cases, she's likely to make a mistake and give black a bit more than black deserves. Okay, let's move to the last game, which was very interesting.